the game yesterday, the basketball game in which they whooped up on Spain 105-78, was there a sense of relief that maybe they finally stopped sleepwalking here?
I'm sure on some level there was, but I don't think there should be any sense of relief. I mean, they clobbered Argentina in the exhibition schedule. They did it again last night. Argentina just is tailor-made right now for this U.S. team. They're older. They lack superior athleticism at this point. They don't run a very complicated offensive system. And they didn't shoot well from the outside. In addition, they don't have any size to match up with the U.S. team. So, that was, in some ways expected, what they did last night. What's going to be challenging is how do they handle a Spain team that runs a lot of motion offense, that runs their shooters like Mirotic and Rudy Fernandez off screens, that has an elite big man in Pau Gasol that they can throw the ball into the post to. I mean, it's going to be an entirely different challenge for the U.S. team facing Spain tomorrow.
Yeah, and that's going to be a semifinal. Again, it's Team USA. We're talking basketball here with Chris Mannix against Spain. Spain whooped up on France 92-67. The comments a couple of days ago, I think from Paul George, Chris, correct me if I'm wrong, that we thought it would be easier. How were those taken?
Well, I mean, look, I'm sure internally, and especially for a lot of these guys, 10 of these guys, who are playing in their first Olympics, they did expect it. I mean, look, they cruised in the exhibition schedule, but beating up on China and Venezuela and Argentina is just not the same as facing teams like Australia and Spain that have been sending elite, not elite, but certainly decent to above average NBA players to the Olympics year after year. And I don't think they were prepared for this type of stuff. The big thing and the big challenge is defensively. I mean, look, they have maybe the best defensive mind in the NBA in Tom Thibodeau on the bench. They've got 4 guys who are on either the first or second All-NBA defensive team, and yet they're struggling. And the reason they're struggling is that defensive continuity is not something you can learn in a week or a month. It's the kind of thing that takes time. And the reason they're having trouble with these sophisticated offenses is because they don't trust each other yet, because they haven't played enough together to understand where each guy's going to be and how that defense can gel. And I don't think that's going to change. I think Spain is going to present a lot of problems. I think if it's Australia, they're going to present a lot of problems in the gold medal game. This defensive problem is one that's going to keep cropping up, and USA Basketball is going to have to score 95, 100 points in these next 2 games, I think, to win.
Or with Boeheim there, they could just go 2-3.
That's a thought, and certainly one that I wonder if Mike Krzyzewski would ultimately explore. But again, it's something these guys aren't used to doing.
Right.
And you saw last night when teams are trying to go at them one-on-one, they can't do it. USA Basketball is great at on-the-ball defense. The problem becomes when teams start moving the ball around the perimeter and screening and running these complex systems. They just don't know how to match up with it.
The Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings on Audience.